What's up, everybody? Welcome to Straight No Chase with Jesse Mitchell, your number one podcast coming out of the Carolinas. I am the innovator, the emancipator, the originator, Jesse Mitchell. And when you're living like this, they supposed to hate. Today on the show, we got Miss Charlotte Robertson. How you doing?
Hey,
Came back in for another episode. How you feeling? You look lovely.
I know that's right. I know that's right.
I got the basketball legend Duke in the house. Duke. Y'all know how I feel about my Dukies now. You know me, you know how I feel about my Dukies. Mr. Robert Brickey, come on back, baby.
Absolutely. Good to see you,
Appreciate you. We love to have you.
Thank you for the invitation.
We're grace to have you on the set. If anybody else happy to have you, I'm happy to have you. I ain't gonna lie to you. But we always do ladies first on Straight No Chase, Absolutely. So we'll give Miss Charlotte the floor.
Absolutely.
So we open now. The facility is finally open. They gave us free.
They gave us, we're open.
Okay.
57,000 square foot community center, 5 collegiate-sized court, 1 NBA court.
That's what I want to do.
2 conference rooms.
Because you know I got NBA range.
Exactly.
They got to play me out there, coach.
You absolutely do. 2 conference rooms, massage parlor, community barbershop. Absolutely.
All right.
Retail store.
Retail? What y'all selling out here? Y'all selling stuff? What's happening here? What y'all selling at the store?
Let me tell you about this.
I can get shirts from?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I like it too.
And any kid in the community that has something they want to sell, we'll sell that in there also.
Oh, y'all like Walmart, huh?
Absolutely.
Y'all welcome on in, okay.
Absolutely.
That's what's, okay, well, man, y'all doing it big over there. So what times are the gym open? Or when is it open?
Actually, I open it up at 7 a.m. I got my early morning walkers. We get in there and walk around the track. And then my husband usually shuts it down about 11 or 12 p.m. with the almost midnight basketball players. Absolutely.
So do y'all just like run tournaments? Y'all have like an open run? Or how do y'all do that?
Well, actually, Monday through Friday.
$2 like they used to be, and that's probably about $5 now.
Well, we actually started with the $2 thing, but you know, it's $1,300 when nobody's in there to keep them lights on. So right now it's about a little bit, about $5. So Monday through Friday is open gym.
Cause it was $2
about 25 years ago.
Yeah, probably when I was in high school, it was $2. When they wouldn't let me play, I used to sit in there and watch.
Right.
The big boy, it was $2 then. So I know it wasn't $2 still now.
Inflation.
Pandemic, baby.
Absolutely. But Monday through Friday, the kids come in from 5 to, I think it's about 10.
Okay.
It's called open gym.
Okay.
And then on the weekends, you know, of course, we do AAU tournaments. We know basketball. My husband's the winningest coach in North Carolina.
All right.
I'll tell you that right there.
Right.
4 national titles, 9 state titles, and hundreds of other titles in the AAU arena. Actually, now as the head coach of Terry Sanford, took them 30-0 for the season. And then, you know, kind of...
That one loss came.
Got lost in the Final Four.
Yeah.
But so
they had them girls beat.
Yeah, they did.
They had them girls out playing. They let one girl, she got aggressive, and they didn't get aggressive with her. She started playing bully ball out there on them, and
pushing them around.
She started putting that wood, putting body in them and stuff, and they kind of got shied away from that, and that's what lost them that game. They had that game though.
They had it.
But what's the little guard now? What's her name? With the jumper.
Tamia.
She had a good shot at the end. Though. That was a good play they drew up at the end.
Absolutely.
My partner that was with me, he didn't like the play. Tell me they didn't need a 3, but you got your best shooter, a wide open 3. She got to pull that.
Right.
She got to.
This your shooter, and she one of the best shooters in the county.
Absolutely.
You got to take that, and 8 times out of 10 she makes that shot.
Absolutely.
She missed that when it happens. We all miss, but 8 times out of 10 she makes that shot.
Absolutely.
So I agreed with the play.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, absolutely.
Yeah. But they got that one. But he was doing his thing. I'm talking about scorching. I was at the game, scorching them up all year.
Absolutely.
Games wasn't even close.
Yeah. I followed them in the paper, and I was like, they just running away with this thing.
First quarter, it'd be over.
Like it probably wasn't even fun for the young ladies because they didn't have any competition.
It was fun for them, trust me. they was having a good time. The other teams wasn't them.
Right.
They was having a good time. I don't think nobody really gave them a game around here.
Absolutely not.
Not even the beloved 71st.
Right.
Absolutely not. But anyway, getting back to the center. So we're open 7 days a week. My husband's there, actually in there cooking about 5 o'clock. We got the best wings in the county, guys.
Y'all
Come on,
food?
absolutely.
I'm coming tomorrow. I'm coming tomorrow.
Jesse, we got a full commercial kitchen in there.
I ain't know that.
So you know we're making wings and things. So you got to come out tomorrow and get you some.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. I like my wings.
Absolutely.
Okay. Where is it located at?
We are at 4221 Black Bridge Road in Hope Mills, right off of Black Bridge in Garfield.
So for people like me who old school, who don't really, I do GPS, but I do monuments and stuff. What's it by?
Okay,
I
so
visualize.
you pass Walmart on Hope Mills Road.
Okay.
Go all the way down and make a right on Garfield.
Okay.
Follow it straight on out like you're going to Parkton. And you'll see this huge, big, massive
Okay.
building
Pass by
on
the
your
golf
left.
course and all
Pass
that.
by the golf
Okay.
course.
See, I
You
know
go
what I
around the
meant. I see what I'm saying.
curve. Go around the curve and it's sitting right up there on the hill on the left.
Oh, okay,
right
totally.
beside the
Yeah, I know
little
exactly where
church.
you're at now, see?
Absolutely.
See, if you just told me where it was at, on Black Bridge Road, I'd be like, where is that at?
Right.
But see, like I said, I'm old school, so you know. But okay, that's where it's at. Okay,
That's
and the
where it's
address is again?
4221 Black Bridge Road.
Okay, they got to get out there. Okay.
You must.
What else is going on?
Well, we are now involved, actively looking for community support. We were actually at the Sheriff's Department today, we want to work with the Sheriff's Department, the county, the Sheriff's Office. Let me correct that. He corrected me 5 times. The Sheriff's Office, not the Sheriff's
Is the
Department.
department and the
There
office
is-
different?
Obviously so.
Okay, I didn't know
I
that.
didn't
but-
either.
So I presented to them what I want to do is a midnight basketball league. I want
That'd be fantastic.
the young adults, to be able to come in and play against, whoop up on some police officers, fire department and stuff like that from about 8 to midnight. What I feel that's going to do is going to get some type of communication bonding going on. So if you see Johnny out there in the street, you know that's Johnny. If Johnny sees you out there in the street, he knows that's Officer Mitchell, and then they're more likely not to have all that friction, when they meet, if they meet up on the basketball
Absolutely.
court on a regular basis. So that's a big program that we're pushing now to try to get that
What did
started.
they say? Were they with it?
Actually, they're on board 100%.
Okay.
Now we got to go and present to the county. We got to go present to the county because the county is actually responsible for the budget that's going to allow that program to happen. Okay?
Oh, okay.
Another program we talked about, I definitely want to mention, is there was a program here, the Sergeant Red program. It was a kind of like a boot camp program. What happens is if a kid gets caught stealing from Walmart, like they do, instead of them getting a criminal record, they will come out to our site. We'll have them kind of like in our custody for about 12 weeks. We'll start early in the morning, about 6 o'clock, run them till their tongue fall out in a boot camp style situation, then bring them in the classroom for about 12 actual hours of classwork, and then have them do some community service. Now, if they pass, if they get through that, then what we do is hold an imaginary probationary period where they don't end up with a criminal record. It's hard to get around a criminal record once you have one.
Once you're charged.
Once you're charged.
You ain't even got to be convicted
Exactly.
or go to court. Now, if they charge you with it, it's on there.
Right.
Absolutely.
And see, as a kid, I used to always think you had to be convicted. You know what I mean? Until I got charged with something, I went to go get a job, and they was like, well, what's this?
Right.
What you mean?
What is that?
What you talking about? Yeah, what is this? What you mean?
Rude awakening.
Yeah, what happened here?
Right.
Yeah. Well, nah, it's still on this, and now we can't do nothing for you, sir.
Right.
Well, enjoy your day.
Exactly. So what we're trying to do is actually
That's great stuff, though.
the
Great
county
stuff.
DA, Billy West, his son plays on one of the teams at the center, so I've spoken to him about it. We don't want it to get on there. That's the whole point of this program, to stop it before they're charged. We know you're in trouble. We're going to bring you down to the police department, and we're going to put you in this program so it never gets on that record. So you don't have those kind of issues.
What age group are you trying to market
From the time they get,
what's the
whoever
cutoff?
gets in
18?
trouble. I mean, you mean, say that again? I'm
How
sorry.
old are you? Like 18? Because they're adults, 17?
Well, I think probably 18.
18? Mm-hmm. That's good stuff, though. That's great, actually. Especially the way they be trying to charge these kids as adults and stuff.
Exactly.
Now, sometimes, when you done murdered 7 people, you know what I mean?
You gotta do what you gotta do.
You gotta bite that one.
Yeah, you just gotta do now. But in some of these cases, they don't be wanting all that all the time. I watch a lot of that stuff, so I feel like I have an opinion on it.
Right.
But every situation is different, and every state is different too. That's a little weird too. We all live in the same country, which is supposed to be under the one government, but that's neither here nor there.
Right.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But okay. Any other? That's all the programs? Or?
Well, actually, we started our senior program on Monday.
Not the seniors.
Seniors,
Vic, you listening?
come on now. We had to see. Look, we brought the seniors out. We worked them out a little bit. They got their workout on. Silver sneakers. So we worked them out a little bit. After we worked them out, we took them in there, played a little bingo, Actually, we had 2 seniors that got caught up in a serious 30-minute checker battle. 30 minutes, Jesse. I was like, if you don't move that checker, if you don't hurry to move that checker so we can move on. But they were so serious. They had so much fun.
I'm trying to get the win.
Yeah,
what you mean? I ain't trying to move.
Absolutely.
You ain't gonna box me in.
Had a 90-year-old out there. She was excited. Because she lives alone in this, she said it made her feel good, the socialization and stuff. So we're offering that program.
People
absolutely
during COVID.
Absolutely.
Well, we realize how older people, they be alone a lot. You know what I mean? Especially if you have a companion. You know what I mean? You ain't hanging out with a lot of friends.
A lot of friends are gone.
Yeah.
Gone, or with their family, or whatever.
Right.
So you gotta. That stuff like that is good for them to get social and to feel. Feels good when you're around people.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? It feel invigorated. I think that's the word. I believe it is
now.
Nobody responded. It's okay. They gave me nothing, but okay, we're gonna roll with it like it in there.
Absolutely.
Mr. Brickey in the house, Duke in the house, baby. What's going on? Talk to me, brother.
Man, life is grand, man. Appreciate you having me on your show. This is, first of all, a great setup here, man.
I appreciate it, bro.
This is
Thank
really,
you.
really nice, man. So
Appreciate that,
I see
man.
you doing big things, and
God been good to me, brother. I can't complain.
absolutely. So
I ain't always been the greatest, but he been good to me.
I think
He's still working with me.
I think we can all say that, bro. We all in that boat.
He ain't through with me. He ain't through with me yet. That's what Steve always be saying.
Right. we need to get Charlotte to get Sheriff Wright to come out to the facility. We need to have a kind of a fundraiser doing a shooting contest.
Well, yeah,
absolutely.
The more you know, she put together. So we're gonna have a 3-point shootout at Strait, no chase. Jesse Mitchell 3-point shootout at the TJ Robertson Center.
Absolutely.
We haven't put the date together yet, but we're gonna get together tomorrow when I go out there and crunch some numbers or whatever we need to do and get this date together, and we're gonna get him on out there. You come on out, and we're gonna do it on up. See if we can get Dennis to come on out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we can go ahead and do it on up for the community.
Let's do that.
Hey, I'm all about the community. Y'all know that. Okay. So what else you got going on, brother?
Oh God, man, I got so many things. That would have to be a multi-series, multi-episode series if we want to talk about all that. But matter of fact, we're going to do some partnerships with TJ Robertson Center through one of the projects I'm working with. Excited about that. Just busy with my job and trying to do positive things in the community.
Now you said you're a financial advisor now.
Yep. People ask me what I do. I say I help you sleep better at night. Because
that's always a blessing.
I met with a client today. You're busy raising kids. She's got her own business. She's doing her own thing. Doesn't have time to figure out what to do with her money. And retirement creeps up on you before you know it.
Yeah.
And so what I do is help people put together plans, a financial plan, which includes life insurance and what other components you may need, so that. And we take a look at the numbers, and because you got to at some point say, I'm going to have enough money to retire and live the lifestyle I like to live. Mm-hmm. And it sometimes it's eye opening if I show you the numbers and it says you got a 59% chance of retiring at 62 and living the way you want to live. That's eye opening, but you need to know that when you're 42.
Yeah.
Not 57. So
that was a late then, yeah.
Yeah. So just things like that, and then we work with companies and individuals. So all manner of financial planning.
Is that what you studied at Duke? Finance?
No.
Okay, so you got to that
basketball.
So was you chasing the NBA dream at Duke?
I was chasing the NBA dream then.
Okay, I want to touch on that a little because I know a lot of guys personally. I know guys that are chasing the NBA dream and have chased it or whatever. So I want to touch on that a little bit. So you did play at Duke under Coach K.
Yes.
Right. What years did you play at Duke?
86 to 90.
86 to 90. Okay. Mm-hmm. I was one when he started playing. I saw his last 2 years. I started watching 89. Don't go get it twisted. So I didn't know he was a high flyer, and he would yam it on you, as they call it. Okay, so. You went to E. Smith, actually. Let's get back to this about that. We E. Smith. Favorite product. Let me give you that. Yeah.
Bull Pride.
And Coach K came down here and got you.
Yeah.
Okay. How was that? How that was?
It was interesting.
Back then, this is like what?
This is 86.
86, yeah.
86. So actually, at the time, my senior year, Duke was not recruiting me early. Wake Forest was, and I really liked Bob Stack. Not Bob Stack. Carl Tasty was the coach at the time, and I liked Wake. And I really, in the back of my mind, I was going to go to Wake.
You want to go to Wake?
Because Duke was not recruiting me at the time. So fast forward, they ended up firing Carl Tasty, brought in a guy named Bob Stack. So I take a official visit to Winston-Salem, go with my parents. Had a great visit. Still like Wake. And on the way home, my dad said, "What'd you think?" I said, "I still love Wake." But I said, "Bob Stack won't be here very long." He said, "Why you say that?" I said, "He is a New Yorker."
Yeah.
In Winston-Salem.
Nah.
I said, "He's a fast talker." I said, what's the say, old money, slow money. I said, he's not going to fit in. And sure enough, 2 years later, he was gone. And so a little bit after that, Duke was recruiting a kid named Stevie Thompson who ended up going to Syracuse.
He was good?
Yeah, had a good career there. Stevie and I are friends. And then they needed a small forward. So they started recruiting me late. Well, probably around November, December, my senior year. And we took a visit to Duke. My dad, of course, my dad's former military, Coach K's former military, so they hit it off right away. I like the fact.
Was it a good program there?
Yeah, matter of fact, that was.
It's after Johnny Dawkins, right?
Yeah, that was Johnny Dawkins' senior year. Was my senior year.
Hey, Fred.
So yeah. So we got some historians.
Yeah, Fred. No, Fred. I was watching. I see you. Trust me.
And they lost to Louisville, Never Nervous Purvis in 1986 in the national championship. That was my senior year in high school. So, but that year I took several trips to Durham. I would take my boys. We go up and watch Duke play. And I liked several things about it. One, it was close to home. I wanted my parents to have an opportunity to see me play. And I think in 4 years, we may have played 120 games.
Wow.
They got to maybe 95 of those 120.
Oh, okay, yeah. They was in the building.
Yeah, so matter of fact, one game, we were warming up. And this is before Duke really blew up. They used to sit beside the bench. They sat beside us on the bench. And so one game, we looking at my parents out there, and Billy King said, "Hey, where you folks?" He said, "We can't start playing until they get here." So that was different time, different age, but so I had a great experience at Duke, and we won a few games, and it built some great relationships, and it was.
I was playing for Coach K.
It was great.
He just retired, the legend.
Yeah. It was great. I guess what I learned was I learned how to manage my affairs. I know people are like, well, you play basketball. Yeah, but basketball goes away at some point. We talked about that prior to the show. But I learned how to manage my affairs. So I learned how to prepare. And my dad, he was military. My dad's military. And my dad used to say, I never had a problem when I was early. And that always stuck with me. So usually when I get somewhere, I'm early.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm early.
You're outside waiting on me.
I get there before people get there. Because I've been late. Yeah. And I've had problems when I was late. So, so now, of course, as I've grown and gotten older, that's stuck with me. Never had a problem when I was late. Be prepared when you get there. Treat people the right way. And that has served me so well in my life. Just saying yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am. Go shaking hands, looking people in the eye. That goes a long way in life.
Absolutely.
And when I look at young people now, try to talk about those things. You gotta understand how the people that run the world that you are participating in.
Exactly.
That's what they expect
and how they view you.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. Even maybe it's right or wrong. But that's how they're going to view
you. That's how the world works.
That's how the world works.
Perception is everything.
Exactly. So learned that basketball was great. Coach, he was a disciplinarian. What surprised me was
he's stern. Okay.
I was used to it. My dad was a drill sergeant, so my dad expected you to figure out what he was saying before he finished saying it and start doing it.
Yeah, and already start execute.
Yeah, he's like, you need to be doing this before I finish talking about it.
You supposed to be moving. Right. What's going on?
So when I was with Coach, it didn't bother me because I saw worse at home.
Other guys didn't like it.
Yeah. Well, not they didn't like it, they weren't used to it.
Yeah, it takes some adjusting.
It takes some adjusting. So
what happened with the NBA and why didn't you make the NBA?
Came out 90, hurt my knee my senior year, so I ended up missing about 6 weeks in that run. We lost to UNLV in the national championship that year.
I cried so hard.
And
I loved Christian Laettner.
Yeah.
And you would think I loved Grant Hill because he was the brother.
Right.
Or even Rob because he was from here. But for whatever reason, I loved Laettner. I loved Christian Laettner's game.
Oh man, he could play. He was
white boy could play.
He could do it all.
Yeah, he could do everything in college.
Yeah.
He could do everything. He got the pros, He was a solid pro.
Yeah.
But he was never really a superstar. But in college, he was awesome.
Yeah.
He was awesome. But go ahead, continue.
Yeah.
90, y'all got beat by UNLV.
Got beat by UNLV, and so I tried out with the Hornets. Didn't get drafted. That was a year they cut the draft to 2 rounds.
So before that, they had more than 2 rounds?
The draft used to be 7 rounds.
For real?
In 1989, they cut it to 3 rounds. In 1990, my senior year, they cut it to 2 rounds. So that's the current state now.
Yeah.
But I didn't get drafted. and I went and tried out with the Hornets. I got cut. I was in the one of the last players to get cut from the Hornets. Yeah. And I went to played in the CBA, Continental Basketball Association in Grand Rapids, and then I went down to Mexico. I was playing there, and I got a contract to go to Italy while I was playing in Mexico. And I hurt my knee while I was in Mexico. So I ended up coming back here, and I went to rehab. I ended up having about 3 surgeries. My knee just wouldn't get right, man. And then life hit you in the face at that point.
You're older now.
Yeah, because I'm probably 24, 25.
And that 19-year-old out there can do everything you can do.
Right. And you heal a lot faster at 19. You can break a leg at 6 o'clock and be ready to play at 7:30.
You ready to play? Yeah. Back then, how to go.
Look, we were talking about playing the last time we played and the recovery, how long it takes to recover. Even if you don't get hurt,
just go out and get a good run.
When
them bones tighten up, it's over.
You got to plan your recovery, because it got to the point when I was probably about 40. I could play once a week, but it took me 5 days to get ready to play that one day. Ice, ibuprofen, stretching, yoga, you doing everything just to play that one day.
That would be a no.
Right. And then it got to the point it just wasn't worth it, man. It just wasn't worth it. So, and then.
So that's how you got into being a financial advisor.
Well, long story short, yeah. So I was a basketball coach for a good number of years.
Okay.
On the collegiate
high school,
level.
college.
College level.
Oh shit! Excuse me.
Coached at let's see, West Point.
Oh.
Southern Methodist University in Dallas. James Madison University.
You coached Army?
Uh-huh.
All right.
Nice.
Stop it. Shout out to the Army, Uncle Sam.
Was with the Duke women for a year.
Oh, okay.
I was head at Shaw University, North Carolina Central University, Fayetteville State University as an assistant.
I remember you coached at Fayetteville
State. And
then
coached in Canada, in the pro league in Canada for a couple years. So I spent...
You didn't like coaching, or why you decided to give it up?
You know what, man? When I was in Canada, I came home to check on my mother, who was living here at the time. And, it seemed like she got old overnight. It seemed like she was the same age for a long time. And then when I got back on that visit, I was like, wow, she got to the point she couldn't manage her affairs on her own. And both my brothers married, lived in Georgia and Virginia. I said, I'm gonna go home and help take care of my mom, because she just needs somebody to make sure she can do what she needs to do. So that's when I moved back here. That's when I got into financial services. My mentor, Mr. Jimmy Harvey, was a financial advisor. And he taught me the ropes and got me involved in the business. So that's how I got into financial services, and it's kind of evolved from that to, not just financial planning, but I'm licensed to do about everything. You can do Medicare, Medicaid, health, life, anything.
So they gave you a toe. You went in and ran with it. You came all the way on in, huh?
Well, you know what, man? There's different streams of income that are available.
If you don't innovate, you will stagnate.
Yeah, you understand that. So I've got about every license you can have, but it helps me serve my clients better.
Yeah.
So, because if I'm working with you in 27, you got a long time. Your plan's got to be different from somebody who's 63 and looking at retirement. Because you're going to step into Social Security and at Medicaid, and I need to be able to know how to help you whatever phase of life you're in.
Okay. Real quick on that, how was going up against Larry Johnson?
Larry Johnson and I played together on the Junior World University team. So in 1987, summer 87, we went tried out for the Junior Olympic team.
He was a bad boy then?
Yeah, so Larry Johnson and Stacey Augman, who both played at UNLV, were on that team. And Stacey was my roommate on the road.
So you already knew what they was about.
Yeah. So when we met up in 90 in the national championship, it was kind of a reunion for us. We went to where did we go that summer? We went to Italy. The tournament was in Italy, and we played. We lost in the gold medal game to Tony Kukoc.
For real?
Mm-hmm. Tony,
all three of y'all.
Oh God!
Rob was a bad boy. They all don't know this now, but Larry Johnson, Stacey Augman, these are some killers. Now we talking about.
Trust me, our team was.
But Kukoc was a bad boy too, though.
They you know, the European system is different than our system.
Yeah.
So they're professionals at a young age.
Yeah.
You know, so they might be like look at Luka Doncic.
Yeah.
He's been a pro since he was 14.
14. Getting that money. Getting ball on grown men.
And playing against grown men. You know, traveling Europe playing against, you know, and you know, when you're a 14-year-old kid playing against grown men, that's a different story. That's the reason I actually became a decent player. My brothers, this is a true story. I was 6'3" in the 8th grade, but I was in 7th grade. I was skinny. My brothers were really good athletes, and so they said, "Man, if you want to be good at this game, you got to be tough." So they took me to Fort Bragg, and I played with grown men at 14 years old. And the first day they took me there, my brother said, "If you make one call, I'll kick your tail myself." So I just had to get beat up.
You get it. You don't call it. Play ball.
They just beat. I felt like, I was like, this is not fun, man. This is not what I thought it was gonna be. And so that we did that for a couple years, but then I started playing against kids my own age.
And you killing them.
I was killing them.
Yeah.
Because I was like,
I was same way.
I'm used to battling soldiers. I mean, grown men.
My cousin would take me to play with the big boys, and he'd be throwing my stuff all across the street. Go get it out the yard before it goes through.
Right.
But then when I would go play with my age, they would be like,
light them up.
This guy's what? What's that? Where he come from?
Right. So
yeah.
You know, and you learn to be crafty.
Yeah.
When you small,
you got to. Yeah, because they're gonna throw it to the wall.
Yeah,
they're not playing with you.
Not just like, matter of fact, when I first started playing, I wasn't allowed to shoot.
You know, you gotta stand in the corner.
Only way you could score was you got an offensive rebound, put it back in, or you got to steal.
Or steal. You know I know. Or steal. Yeah. You know, you go stand. You go wait in the corner.
Right.
Or at the end of the game, if you in the corner, they leaving you wide open.
Right.
And they throw it to you, and you better make it. You better make it.
So
I remember. Trust me, I remember.
You know, we played all the parks around here, and you know, grown men and. You know, somebody threatened to go to the trunk and all that.
That's the deal, baby.
Yeah, it was.
Oh yeah. Oh, you go down. Some courts they got the guns out there on the court. Oh yeah. Right on the court.
Right on the court. Man, look. And you couldn't foul certain dudes.
You know that. No. Or say nothing. Or say nothing to them like, what you doing now? You better not. You better just play.
Yeah, you gotta let that go.
Let it go.
Let it ride.
Good shot.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Good foul. Yeah. Go on the court. Yeah, you better not say nothing.
Yeah, so it was, but you know what?
Makes you a better ball player.
Man, I'll tell you what.
It does.
I didn't realize the level of toughness it would require to be a good player. And if you can't be mentally and physically tough, you got no chance.
No, because if you're skilled, the first thing they're gonna do is get physical with you.
Yeah, look at Kevin Durant in his most recent series against the Celtics. Every cut that they bumping, putting bodies on two bodies, hitting them. And you know you get.
But the refs ain't supposed to allow them to be that physical no more though. They let them beat him up. They did let them beat him up.
Yeah. Now, that was
a lot out of
1980s refereeing.
Yeah, that's how they did in that series. You know, but you know, hey, you gotta adapt.
Yeah,
you're the man. You gotta adapt
because the game's not physical anymore.
No,
because you know we growing up, man. Look, it was.
Yeah, you get beat up.
Remember Game Point? With Game Point,
you're not getting no layup.
Man, right. You were gonna get taken out.
You're not getting a layup.
You
better make that jump shot. There's no layup for Game Point.
You
get out your mind.
And it wasn't even a foul. It was.
Yeah,
we gonna take you out. You gonna knock him
all the way out.
You better not leave your feet.
And what you gonna say? It's Game Point. That's all they gonna say. What you mean? It's Game Point. What you want me to do?
I mean, yeah. So it was.
You better play ball.
Yeah. That's what they gonna say.
And so that was. It was a proving ground, which helped, man. Because when you get up and you run against, I was 6'5" in high school, but you run up against 6'7", 7 foot, 7'1". You run in that paint. That's a different story when you got big bodies in there. Different
story. And I was playing for the semi-pro team. We was in practice. We had a 7-footer named Bruce in there. I did a Euro step on him. He beat every bit of the Euro step too. I went to lay it up and he swatted it like I was just like I was a fly. He said, what the? 7 foot. It's totally different.
Right.
Changes everything. Trust me. If you ain't ever played with 7 foot, it ain't easy.
Yeah, man.
It's going in there.
And look, and it's not even that they have to block your shot. Just the fact that you got to alter your shot.
Because he's there.
Yeah. And when he does this, that changes things. So when I was in Canada, Corey Joseph was playing with he wasn't with the Raptors then. He was with I think the
Spurs.
Spurs. He was with Spurs, yeah. And he came. I was doing a camp up there. He came, and the first thing he said, I said, Corey, what was your what was it like your first game in the league? He said, I immediately knew after that first game, I went back to practice. I had to work on making layups. I was like, what do you mean? He said, because everything you shoot in the league is challenged over 7 foot.
Yeah, it got to be high off the glass.
Your regular layup
Ain't
don't
working.
fly no more. You got to learn how to shoot layups, high archer, run a floater. And I said, say that one more time, because I said these kids don't get it because they want to shoot threes, and you got to understand you got to make the close ones first before you worry about making threes. And so he kind of went through kind of some of his routine, but it was a really cool experience, and I think our kids learned a lot that day. Is like, because I said if you can't make layups, you can't. That means now unless you Steph Curry now, and what surprises people about Steph Curry is he is in the top 10 every year of points made in the paint.
Yeah. He's one of the best finishers at the rim.
Man, he gets to the rack.
And he has one of the best handles in the gym.
Absolutely. And so they get caught in the
so that's
threes.
why he gets that shot off because of his handle.
Right.
If he couldn't dribble the ball like that, he wouldn't be able to get that shot off
Absolutely.
like that. Because you can't get up on him because he can dribble the ball. Mm-hmm. Everybody can't dribble the ball like that.
And then they can finish with either hand in the paint.
He's people look at him. He's a phenomenal talent. Like you can't do what he does.
Right.
But these kids want to do that now because they feel like he's small or whatever. But he's really not that small either. He's like 6'3", 6'4".
Yeah. And they get caught in the threes. He shooting threes from deep. Right. Well, he makes them at a high clip.
At a high clip.
Just because you can get it off don't mean
if
it's a
he
good
shoots
shot.
10, he shoots 10, he hitting 6 or 5 of them.
At
Right.
least. Yeah.
So and that brings up a good point. Especially we talking to kids, and we're gonna do some things with the T.J. Robinson Center. Some just fundamentals. You know about this. I ain't gotta tell y'all, but fundamentals is key. Just being able to handle it, pass it. I watch from a coaching perspective. I watch a lot of playoffs. Look at the schemes employed by teams now, and people will jam you if you can't go use your left hand. Mm-hmm. If you watch in the first series, the play-in series with the Memphis, they were jamming Big Cat because he don't like to go left. Mm-hmm. And
he trying to run through you.
You think at that level you would be comfortable going both ways, using either hand, and so. And watching that film to understand your weaknesses.
Oh yeah, they're breaking all that down.
Now you still could be effective going one the other way, but you're not nearly as comfortable. And when you're not nearly as comfortable, you're not going to shoot as high percentage.
No.
So it's
he might still score going the other way, but he ain't as good.
Right. Kevin Durant, I find that Kevin Durant is not as good going left. You know that Boston made him go left a lot.
Yeah, it looked that way, but he normally go left. Well, normally most people who go left, they either take 1 or 2 dribbles and pull up.
Yep.
Or if they didn't after that second dribble, unless they really can go left, they're not gonna bounce it no way. It's gonna be a pull up or they're gonna pass it.
Right.
So that's how you know somebody can really go that way or not.
And Steph Curry is one of them guys. He get all the way to the rim.
Oh yeah, he'll go all the way and keep it in that same hand and just lay it up. Yeah. Kyrie, them type of guys. But once again, these guys are phenomenal ball handlers.
Right.
So
right.
that comes into that. But okay, well, appreciate you, my brother, coming on out, giving us them jewels and gems.
Anytime, brother. And we're
Charlotte,
gonna coordinate with Charlotte.
We're gonna get this thing on the road, baby.
Shooting,
y'all gonna have to come on out, get this shooting thing set up. We're gonna get the sheriff out. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna beat him too. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna beat Rob. You know what I'm saying? That's how we gonna do it, man. And we're gonna do it like that, baby.
That's how we gonna do it.
Anybody gonna do it like that? And we'll be back on that. Welcome back, everybody. And welcome to the set with Miss Carrie Jane.
Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm fine.
reaching
How
out
you
for your
doing?
hand. Give me your hand.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm sorry. My bad.
Are you doing all right? You doing
I'm
all right?
doing good. I'm good.
Glad to welcome you in. We're glad to have you.
All right. I'm glad to be here.
Had a hard time finding the place, but you
Just
made
a
it on in.
little bit. Yeah.
It's in the cut a little bit, but you know, you can't have everybody know where you're at now.
I know.
I'm a hot commodity now. They're trying to get me now. There's a lot of hands.
True. I've heard.
There's a lot of men after me.
There's a lot of men after you.
There's a lot of men chasing me.
Ooh.
No, I'm
The scary thought right there.
messing with you. We got Ace the singer.
How you doing?
Welcome to the show.
Thank
the
you.
third spoken word artist in the building. What's going on? So Ace, you sing.
Yes, I do.
Okay, how long have you been singing?
I've been singing since I was about 15 professionally. I used to write music for
How old are you
different
now?
artists. 27.
Okay. Skin is awesome.
Oh, thank you. Routine.
Okay. Hey, she looked young. That's why I was like, damn, how old are you now?
I'm 27.
So you say you wrote what whenever you was 15?
I used to write different songs, background vocals. I did a lot of shows, a lot of background.
How you get into that so early?
My uncle was into the studio, so he used to be an engineer. So I would be a lot around the artists, and I used to just be in different art classes, different singing classes. I was big on networking, so I was working with anybody really young.
Okay. So what you doing now? Or what's happening?
Right now, I'm doing my own work. I am working on a different album. I'm actually branching into the gospel world.
Gospel. Yes.
Yes. I'm trying to use my gift for good. Yes, and I also do podcasts now. So you're very inspiring with this today.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, so I started doing my podcast where I just speak about the goodness of God. And,
How long you been doing your podcast?
I'm actually on episode 20. I've been doing it maybe for like 6 months. Very new.
Okay. Well, I've been doing mine 11 months now.
Yeah? Well, look at us. Starting new things.
I'm still new myself.
Yeah, you're doing great.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, so I'm just branching out using my creativity and networking. I actually moved out here from Jersey.
Oh, okay.
So,
how long you been down here?
I think I've been here for a year now. My grandfather's from Garland, so that's where I stay at. You ever heard of
Garland? Yeah, I heard of it. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you're the first person. You're the first. Yes, you're the first person. I'm talking about deep, Clinton deep.
Oh, yeah.
One Walmart deep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One.
How we stay at now?
They might have 2 gas stations now.
One gas station.
Oh, still the one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And it closed at, a certain time.
8 o'clock.
They roll the sidewalks up.
Come on now. So
Wow.
I'm deep in the country. I'm just networking and
A lot of time to work on your art, though.
Oh, I'm talking about a lot of time. I had to get out the city, and recenter myself. So my granddaddy was like, I could use the help. I was like, I would love to help. Moved out here, been here ever since.
You like it down here?
I actually love it down here. A lot of my Jersey people be like, how? What
I'm
do you do?
shocked myself.
Yeah.
Most people from the city be like, it's too slow down here. I gotta go back.
Nope, I love it. And God always opens door wherever you go. So
That's
There
true.
you go.
yep.
So you got what, YouTube channel? You got your
Yes.
music on platforms?
Yes, my
What do you-
music right now is on Apple Music, Tidal, Spotify. My podcast is on YouTube. Ace the Singer. AYCE, don't forget the Y.
Okay.
Everywhere. Yeah.
Carrie Jane, what you got going on? Talk to me.
Well, I am pretty much like a networking person. I like putting people together. But right now, I am currently in the campaign world, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about the importance of voting. It doesn't even
Let's talk
really
a little bit about the
matter.
importance of voting.
All right, so your voice matters, and it counts. Right?
Absolutely.
So the most important thing is to be an educated voter. So, there's like right now in Cumberland County, there are 5 people running for mayor. Depending on whatever
I'm voting Mitch.
district. Okay, well, go Mitch. There's 5 people running for mayor, and depending on what your city council is, then there could be either 2, 3, 4 people that are running for it to be your city council. The same thing for the House of Representatives have different people, both in the House of Representatives for North Carolina and then the federal House of Representatives. So it's very important that right now, today started the early voting. So you have now until May 14th.
City council early voting starting now too?
Early vote, yes.
So you
early
can go
voting.
vote Keys now, you saying?
You can go vote Keys. You can go
Okay.
vote Mitch. You can go vote Rosalind Hood. You can go
Okay.
vote however you want to vote right now.
I'm just asking.
Okay.
I'm asking for a friend.
Yes. All right. Just in case you was asking for a friend.
I'm asking
Yes.
for a friend.
No
So
doubt,
actually,
no
guess
doubt.
what? Guess what? This weekend, your friend can vote all weekend. They can choose one day and go make their one vote.
Okay, what do you have to say to those people that say, they ain't gonna do nothing for me, why should I vote?
Well, here's the thing: is that even if they ain't gonna do nothing for you, they might do something to you.
Wow.
Okay.
Go ahead now. Go ahead.
All right. Elaborate on that a little bit then. Give me a little bit on that. What you mean by that?
So the people that you put in your city council or as your county commissioner or as your mayor, they're the people that are actually going to be having those meetings behind closed doors that you're privy to go to, like the public portion that's open to the public, and you can go and you can voice your concerns. However, when it comes down to the actual decision that's going to be made, they're going to be the people that's going to make those decisions. So the roads that you drive on, the district lines that determine, where your kids go to school at and how your city functions and your taxes, everything that goes along with affecting your everyday life is going to be formulated by those people on the ballot right now.
See, I know a lot of people, they rush out and vote for the president.
Oh, they do rush out and vote
But
for
that
the
don't
president.
really affect you directly. You know, there's your city council and your mayor and all that. That's the voting that's going to affect you directly. You dig what I'm saying? And so,
go ahead.
Well, I'm just padding your stats, so padding what you're saying. Go ahead.
Yes, no, thank you. I was just going to say that because what people don't realize is that there's something called legislation, right? So that's the stuff that's on the books. And the people that you put in office are the people that actually either they help with the people that write the legislation or they actually write the legislation. And that's the laws that you're going to follow for the city, the county, the state that you live in that actually goes towards the federal legislation. Like they're the people that, okay, if you wanted something to change in your state, you need to call them. You should be able to call them up. And everybody that's running right now, you should be able to hold them accountable. Be like, okay, well, you said when you was running that you were going to do this, this, and the third. And I've been here and you haven't done it. Well, so they don't follow through because you don't hold them accountable.
They still waiting for Biden to drop student loans. They still waiting for that now.
Well, I mean, there are some promises that, you can't really, just because they say it's going to happen. Can't really, because you have to, because here's the thing, right? It's still something that is within their power, right? So Biden saying that he can do that, it's kind of crazy because that's going to still require legislation. That the Biden's office, that's an executive act. He's in the executive branch, right? You remember? Executive, legislative branch, judicial branch. A lot of people forget about that. So the executive branch, as much as we would love to look at it, it doesn't have that much power. Like the president can't say that we're going to war, right? That comes from Congress. So, the president can say that, oh, it would be nice to, get rid of student loans or reduce student loans and stuff like that. But that's still going to take the active work of the people that are in Congress on the federal level and the people that are in your Congress on the state level and your city council. And it's going to take everybody working together in order to accomplish that. And if only part of them are together, then guess what? It ain't going to happen.
You still paying them bills, that's what.
You still paying them bills.
Sally Mae is still after your ass, that's what. She wants her money.
She going to want her money. So, those are the things that you have to take in consideration. And I would say definitely just make sure that you are an educated voter when you go to, because you can only vote once. You can't go back and renege on your vote so you're like, oh man, I changed my mind. All right? The election day is May 17th. So that's the last day that you can vote. These early voting days are there for, so voter registration stopped on April the 22nd. Right? So it was open registration. You could file, you could say that you wanted to be any party that you wanted to be on April the 22nd. Right now that early voting has started, whatever party you choose to vote for is the party that you're stuck with until the next time that you have an opportunity to register. And you have to register and vote on the same day if you find out that you are not registered right now. So a couple of things happened within the past, since the last time you voted, right? There was some redistricting that happened here in North Carolina that was just finalized in February of this year, okay? So the district that you thought you was in last year might not be the district that you're in right now, okay?
Yeah,
so definitely.
I had a couple of candidates come on the show. They talked about that.
Yes, yes. So definitely check your ballot. Now, when you go to check your ballot, you might actually be like, oh, I thought I was registered. I'm no longer registered. So guess what? That means that you have until May 14th to put in your vote, or else you won't be able to vote in this election. So just keep that in mind as well, okay? So those are some main things that you might want to, so when everybody's talking about all the gerrymandering and the suppression or voter suppression and stuff like that, those are the key things that they're talking about. They're talking about the voter purges that happen where they actually go through and they purge the list of voters. So when they purge the list, that means that you were registered and now you're not. So you always want to make sure that you are continually checking on your registration status.
They don't even want to give you water no more.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Right.
Yeah, they tell me you can't give you water in the line no more.
Nope.
What's that about?
Is that real?
You want your lips to just be dry?
Is my lips dry? Do I need water?
No, like when you vote.
I mean, you can lose a little now, but I mean, I'm talking about the line.
God.
Wow.
Are you asked? I mean, no, I'm messing with you. But no, I was like, what's that about? I've asked a couple people about that. I don't, and they didn't really understand. Explain it to me. Well, I understood anyway. What's that about, though? Not giving them water in line. Fred, do you know? I know you read a lot.
I'm not too sure about
Maybe knowing stuff.
From what it is, they're just simply trying to do anything to keep people from voting. So
That's what I'm like, why would that matter? You giving somebody
because
something to drink in line.
Because depending on the district you're in and when you go to vote, the lines may be long. So you may have a wait. So they would normally provide water.
Well, I'm saying, why is that a problem? That's what I'm saying. Why would that be a problem? You giving somebody
It's
something to
not
drink.
so much as that it's a problem. It's just anything to deter you from wanting to stand in line. That's all it is.
What you saying,
It's a
Carrie
deterrent, yeah.
Yeah, I was just gonna go off of what he said. So
Why would they want us to vote?
Why would they not want you to vote?
Yeah.
Because
That's what the people want to know.
Because your vote is very important. So just like you said that, why do I have to vote? Because they're not going to do anything for me. Well, that's the same reason why they don't want you to vote.
Because they're not going to do nothing for you.
Because they're going to do something to you. But they can't do anything to you if you vote. Do you understand?
When you vote, you have the power to decide who makes the decisions. When you have that power, they're going to try to do whatever they can to dissuade you from what? Voting. That's why I don't have conversations with people who say I didn't vote. There's no need for us to talk politics.
At all.
Because it's a waste of time. You didn't even exercise.
You don't even have an opinion.
You don't have a dog in the fight. So you're basically going to fall prey to whatever is the decisions are made. Why? And a lot of folks will say, well, my vote don't count anyway. Well, it's not true, because if you don't vote and you got 2-3 friends that don't vote and they got 2-3 friends that don't vote, guess what? You've lost. You didn't even try.
Already.
You quit before the race started.
Yep.
Powerful.
And then the thing is, like, okay, so he was just saying, like, if you don't vote, then don't have a political conversation with him. And my thing is, if you don't vote in a local election, don't come to talk to me about no presidential election. Please don't.
I know that's right.
Because the simple fact that the people that you put in your local
They were
office.
tired of Trump.
Okay, but those people that you put in your local office, those are the people that are going to actually they're either going to cast the electoral vote, or they're going to vote for the people that will cast your electoral vote. And that voting booth is still private. So even though they're supposed to vote off of the popular vote, still you don't know what they're going to cast in that ballot box, because it's a private ballot.
The secret ballot.
Secret. Only it's up to you and God.
Secret
That's
ballot.
it.
Huh, okay. Well, hey, got a little heavy on the politics there.
I'm sorry, just wanted. That's what I wanted.
Hey, these conversations need to be had.
It's a
Hey,
conversation.
you can't play a
that
game if you
needs to
don't
be
know the
had.
rules.
There you go. And then
And you only win when you fight back.
Come on now.
and you can't expect change if you do the same thing.
Hey, come on now.
Ooh, I like these slogans.
Come on
You
now.
like
Hey,
that?
we give it in here, straight no chase, baby. Third, what's up, baby? Talk to me.
What's going on, man?
What's this? I'm coming with you. I'm coming. What's up with this spoken word? What's this? Talk to me. What's that?
Well, first of all, thanks for having me. And,
Absolutely. I appreciate y'all for coming through, man. Thank you too, Miss Carrie.
Oh,
man,
you're
for coming on
welcome.
through.
my singing partner, Ace the Singer.
Okay.
Well,
Y'all perform together?
we haven't performed together. We have recorded together, though. And we're working towards that. But really, I've been writing poetry since I was a kid. I didn't really
So the spoken word is poetry?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
For
sir.
people that don't know, I know that it's
For people that don't know, spoken word is poetry in motion, however you like to express yourself. And I really didn't start to really hone that talent until I was incarcerated. And I
Had a lot of time.
had a very long time. I did 15 years from the
That's
age
a lot of damn time. Goddamn.
yeah, from 18 to 33. But
Damn. Who you killed?
well, that's the thing. I didn't kill anybody, but I was charged with aggravated robbery and attempted murder. And
Oh, you taking people's stuff?
yeah,
Okay.
it was young,
Yeah.
foolish,
We all been there.
and after serving 6 years, I got an additional year for selling drugs. So I just
That's
going
what they
down.
call. That's what they call the trap. When they put you in that recurring system
Yes,
where
sir.
you get out and nobody will hire you. You can't find no means, so you gotta go back to what you can get.
Well, I was still incarcerated. when I got the additional year. I was.
Oh, you were serving on the yard. You want some extra canteen? Okay.
Yeah, I just, trying to get
Yeah, you had to do your thing. Okay.
And then try to survive. That's it.
Well, I mean, just going through these different things, poetry was therapy. So I just used.
I can stay sane somehow. Trust me. I went to the desert for a year, and I know how that was. So 15 years in jail. Trust me. I already know. I could imagine.
I mean, it felt like 5 though, to be honest with you, because the time flies so quick. And
you the first person ever heard say that about jail?
Oh,
ever?
Well, that lets me know you've never been there.
No, I ain't going in.
It's guys like I got homeboys 20 years. I'd be like, man, how does it feel? Man, like I did 8. I'm like, what? But once I got to the end, I'm coming home and people like, well, you've been gone so long. I was like,
everything was different.
Everything was different. Everything was different. My 2-year-old niece at the time, she's 3 now, but I didn't know how to operate the phone. The whole time, I just had this mindset, stay strong, stoic, don't, kind of deviate in different areas. So if I had a phone in prison or if one of my homeboys had a phone, I'd use the phone, call, give it back to them. Now they like, hey man, check out YouTube, check out Twitter.
You like, what the hell is that?
I'm like, man, I'm not getting on none of that. I come home
messing with that. Yeah.
I realize like
that's the world.
Man, I put my
that's the world. Yeah.
My 2-year-old niece is sitting there like this on the phone, and I'm like, I don't even really know. I know how to turn it on.
That's it.
I can dial, but as far as being able to operate it, so it was these steps in the past. It's been about 1 year and 20 months I've been home now, so.
Oh, you just came home. Damn. You fresh out.
He fresh out.
I ain't lying. Damn. Okay. Yeah. We're glad you're home, bro.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Working
I ain't lying.
forward.
Hey, that's always a good thing.
Yes, sir.
What'd you say?
I said he's moving forward too.
Yeah.
I hear him over there talking crazy.
I ain't hear nothing.
Some of the back cool
What?
What'd you say?
Wow. I didn't even hear. We're gonna have to find that
I
back.
caught that in the back end. Hold on.
You thought I said it. I ain't say nothing.
I thought you said what?
I said moving forward. Amen.
I don't even know what was said.
Something in the back of
You're killing it. You're killing it.
Okay.
You're doing great.
When you say he's fresh out, I'm like a brand new pack of cool.
Oh yeah. Okay. That's what I said. That's what's up, man. So you're out now. You've been doing the poetry since you've been out. So do you do shows or what? Are you like? You have poetry readings? Are you making money off this poetry? Are you trying to make money? Where we at? What we doing?
Well, I'm definitely trying to make money. I reached out to a brother named Kareem, and he had I can't remember the title, and he's gonna kill me for this, but he invited me to both.
He missed his moment.
Huh?
He missed his moment. Go ahead.
No, Kareem, listen. Hey, listen.
Here go the plug.
Shout out to Kareem.
Time is in.
Shout out to Kareem.
Shout out to Kareem.
He allowed me to perform the first event he had, and then he allowed me to perform on the second event where I headlined.
Okay, I headlined.
Yeah, I made $75 in 5 minutes, so that's pretty cool. So,
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, that's a nice turnaround.
yeah. So I've only done 2, huh?
To talk. That's great.
Yeah, 5 minutes.
To talk for 5 minutes.
I've been trying to line up gigs after that.
Absolutely.
But I've done only 2 performances, and I'm just like I've been going. It's a brother named LJ that hosts poetry nights, and I would just go there and just take it all in. Seeing the performance, seeing the stage presence, just trying to get better. And I let my homeboy, which is a mutual friend of ours, Yabs, dope rapper. You should actually have him on the show. He's from Fayetteville.
Yeah.
Let's set it up, Yabs.
So I
got a little sway with the owner.
Come on through, baby. Hey, listen, this real deal, high quality. But
I'm the owner in case you didn't know. Before y'all take that and run with it. Oh, somebody else my song. He said he got sway with it. Yeah, because it's me. Go ahead.
So
Jesse.
we're at a bar having a drink, and I wrote this poem because Jason Walker, he had been killed by an off-duty cop, and everybody that's familiar.
And they let him off.
Yeah.
They're not gonna charge him.
Yeah. And I just let all the anger and aggression come out on paper, and I let them hear it. And I was like,
How old are you?
Sorry?
How old are you?
35.
You went to first?
No. I went to high school in Ohio and in Michigan.
Oh, how you know Jason?
Crazy thing. A friend of mine who was a friend of Jason's had told me what happened, and I really don't like watching the news.
Oh,
while I
okay.
was incarcerated, it was just depressing to see continuously what happens on the news. So,
But you let the story move you with your art, though. Okay.
yes, sir.
Tupac type thing. I got you. Yeah.
But I mean,
That's what he did with Brenda's Got a Baby. He read
Yeah.
that story. He was shooting Juice, and he read that story on the set of Juice. And Omar Epps told the story, and Omar Epps was like, all that day, he was just like, he couldn't believe it. But Omar Epps was like, you know what I mean? I'm from the city. That happened all the time. You know what I'm saying? But Pac just couldn't. And then he said, he told him to come to the trailer, and he started reciting Brenda's Got a Baby. And the next thing you know, that's he put the song up.
Powerful.
and that's kind of how it happened. A friend of Jason's, my homeboy Brian, he was like, man, you hear what happened? And, he goes into the story, and I really wasn't familiar with what had happened. So I looked it up, and I in all honesty, I was just furious.
Yeah.
It
was horrible, horrific.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wrote this. Fast forward to when I spoke to my
And
friend.
them not charging them is bullshit.
Definitely is.
If anybody else gonna say it, I'm damn sure gonna say it.
Never charged.
Hey, but please, I do want to correct one thing though, because he said it was a cop. It was a sheriff.
There was a sheriff.
It was a deputy sheriff.
It was. Yes. Thank you for
And
the
please,
correction.
and
They're not all the same, you know.
They're not all the same.
In our community, they are to us.
They're not-
But
they're not-
it's a
yeah,
difference.
They're not all the same. There is a difference. The sheriff is actually the highest elected office in the county.
Mm-hmm.
Just in case, FYI.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I speak to my homeboy Yabs, and I'm like, well, I just need a vocal presence, a female vocal presence that can, I guess, add something a little softer, because it was aggression towards
Too raw?
white. I mean, I don't want to say it's too raw, because I don't like the idea of anybody trying to tell us how we should feel when we have people being killed. Innocent people just being killed arbitrarily in the middle of the street, and we're not allowed to say, oh, that's bullshit, or I want to kill somebody because my brother was killed or my father was killed. If it's just left in the category of expression, we should be able to say however we feel and not be looked at
Supposed
as...
to have free speech in this country, so
Exactly.
they say.
I mean, I don't like the idea of being the quote-unquote angry black man because I say, fuck 12, when this is what happens. If I'm not actually going out and doing anything, but even if I suggest something, is it as bad as what happened to Jason? That's the question that's in my
We ain't
mind.
coming back from that.
Right. So
He can't tell his side.
yeah, and we seen what happened. So I wrote this in his memory, and hey, she came in and she did her thing, but I just
So where's that at? Where can we find it at? It's on. Is it stuff out on the internet? You got a YouTube page? Or
well.
is it in your files?
Right now, what we're gonna do is, because I feel like the
Here we go.
need to
Here we
be on
go.
the movies
Yeah.
soundtrack.
Here
for
we
real.
go.
No, seriously.
I'm listening.
It
Now.
need to be on the movie soundtrack. I'll let you hear when we done. But I was showing him because, again, he was like, everything is different. And I'm not going to say I'm an expert, but I know how to upload things, distribution sites and things, get things copywritten, your music and stuff. So he's going to be on Apple Music. We ain't put it up there yet. But again, one of my mutual friends came up to me, and I like to do this thing when I first meet an artist, I don't charge them. My first feature, I just want to get to know you. You get to know me. I show you what I do. And you take it however you take it. That's my gift. So when I do
Full
that,
disclosure, I did pay her $100.
And you know what's crazy? I'm so humble sometimes. I really, that day you didn't know, but I didn't have no gas, no cap. And I was expecting.
See how people bless you?
You see, I was expecting to not get nothing. So when you asked me for my cash, I was like, oh, he don't even know I'm about to fill my tank. You know what I'm saying? It's just the life of an artist. Like, I do it for the love. So when we did that track, I was like, when I heard him actually do the poetry, I was like, I'm gonna do some classical junk on this because I used to study classical. So when you hear it, people thought it was a sample the way I did the ending for it. So it's gonna be on Apple Music. We're gonna get them distribution sites, and y'all gonna find it. Get some business cards, get it right, and do it.
Well, all this is new to him, so you get to learn all that.
This is the teacher.
And that's why you gotta connect yourself with people, because connect yourself with people who have good intentions. When you got talent, that's just the first part. You gotta do everything else. So gonna get that music out.
Absolutely.
But that was the first time you was in the studio. That's the first. Yeah. So it's powerful.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
How'd you feel first time being in the studio? You was nervous?
Not really nervous. I was just like, it was things in my mind where certain emotions need to be conveyed, and I was like, okay, I gotta hit this point right here. I gotta kind of tone it down.
Timing is everything.
Yeah, absolutely. I was just trying to take you on that emotional ride, roller coaster, and I think it's dope. It's dope. I like it.
All right, well, they got to check you on out. Well, we'll get ready to wrap it up. We're going to thank Miss Carrie Jane for coming on in.
All right.
Appreciate you. Let everybody know about the voting again in case they didn't hear.
Okay.
When they can do early voting, where they can vote at.
All right. So early voting, it will be all this weekend, including Sunday. Sunday it's only 2 to 5. On Saturday it is from 8 to 3. Monday through Friday voting is from 8 to 7:30. It will be at 7 locations. I do believe it is Cliffdale, Smith Recreation, Quayanis. Yes, Quayanis.
Yeah, when you're from here, we call it Seabrook. We don't call it Smith Recreation.
Okay.
But go ahead.
I'm sorry. I'm not from there.
I'm just saying.
I'm from the DMV. And
yeah, I'm born and raised 2-6. We call it Seabrook. But go ahead.
Okay. All right. Well, Quayanis Recreation, Stony Point, and East Regional, and JD Boone.
All right.
Okay.
Let's go on now.
And you have until May 14th. The only Saturdays is this Saturday and May 14th. And then you have Monday through Friday, and this is the only Sunday, 2 to 5.
Okay.
Powerful.
My man, third.
Thank you.
Okay, you say we'll get your music, and we get your music, your poetry out.
Yes, sir.
Gonna get it out. So you ain't out nowhere yet, but it's coming.
Yes, sir. It
You
definitely
got
is
Instagram
coming.
or YouTube? Instagram or Facebook?
Yes. Now, because I'm just, getting familiar with this, I do have an Instagram.
A Yahoo or Hotmail? I mean, you got
Instagram, the third poet. I'm on TikTok as well. Just putting.
See, I ain't even on TikTok. You ahead of me. I ain't on TikTok. I'm getting on tomorrow. I'll be on tomorrow, but I ain't gonna tell so I'm talking about it. You
I
ahead
just
of me.
seen her a couple of weeks going off on Instagram. I was like, I should probably be on there, right? She was like,
all
you don't
them
have an
joints pay.
Instagram.
They all pay, bro.
Yeah.
And especially if you're doing your art, you know what I'm saying? Once you get your following, you can get paid. You know what I'm saying? So you need to be on all of them.
Okay.
If you're an artist, you trying to get your work, you need to be on all them platforms. Because they'll all pay you once you get your subscribers up.
Well, I got
And then Patreon. Patreon is a payable.
Yes.
Yeah, I need to. I don't think.
I ain't even there yet.
I think Vic supposed to be getting my producer supposed to be getting me on Patreon.
Okay, because I got my young boss right here. She gon'
You need them young gunners because we don't know nothing. It's DJ now, but hey, that's how it goes.
You know what's crazy? I'm a young gunner, but I stay away from that TikTok, and everybody be getting me like, "Why you have music now on TikTok?" I just feel like it's too chaotic.
They say TikTok is where it's at. They were telling me I need to get my stuff on TikTok, so I might be TikToking soon myself.
might have to. Come on,
We're
man.
gonna take something top, make something tick, make something top.
TikToking soon myself. But Ace the singer,
Thank you so much.
appreciate it.
Thank
It's a pleasure having you. Appreciate you coming out. Where you say your music is where now? Where they can get your music
Yes,
at?
you can follow me everywhere, guys. Thank you for having me again. Ace the Singer. I'm on Apple Music. I have some music videos out as well. I just released a single called Start Over. Shout out to Have. He's from Fayetteville. He shot the video for me right in Garland. So shout out to everybody in North Carolina doing their things. And Ace the Singer all over platforms. Just not on TikTok. Well, actually, I do have a TikTok, but I need to get my music on there.
Hey, there it is.
Yeah.
And this has been Straight No Chase with Jesse Mitchell. I am the innovator, the emancipator, the originator, Jesse Mitchell. And we're going to leave with a quick word from Chanel's Fish. She's sorry last week, some of the fish was bad, some of y'all got sick. But still, nobody knows fish like Chanel's.
What?